Hello everyone, this is Akshay. So today we are going to talk about how I took this trade, what was the reason behind that trade, what was the higher time frame analysis behind that entry. So everything going to be discussed going to about that in this video. So before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friend. Okay, so let's get started with the first of all, we can start it with the daily candle. What was daily candle was telling us. So when price was, that's why price came back to the downside. So today I was looking for either price gonna break the previous candle low, the daily candle low, and then we did the manipulation to again start going to the upside. But on daily time frame, it's not a clear direction. It's showing us any kind of clear direction. So that's why I use a 12-hour chart. On 12-hour chart, previous this was a FU candle form here, but on left side, if you clearly see, this one was a HCS form, FU by FU, the strong HCS form here. So price tapping into that area. So my bias was already got decided based upon this candle or by this HCS that I want to look for the long opportunity. And maybe from this area, if price able to come back into the upside, retest straight to this FU candle. From that area, I was looking for a sell up. The 10-hour, same thing was happening. HCS was here on the left side. This was a FU candle form here, but single FU candle cannot, until unless price breaking this HCS, my bias is bullish for at least for this area. Once price able to break this low, 1912 area, then I can think about price taken out this 1903 area, or maybe going into the 1900 area. So let's see the 8 hours now. On 8 hour, again same thing. HCS was formed here on 8 hour also. So same thing. I wanna see that price just respecting this HCS to again start pushing into the upside. Now on 4 hour, when we are looking at the pre-NY session here, so before that you can clearly see what happened in the previous manipulation here, and then afterward, if I'm going into the lower time frame, you can clearly see we have a doji candle here on hourly. We have another doji candle here, and maybe if we get any kind of manipulation in this area, then we can look for the buy opportunity. That's the plan I was looking for. So let's see what happened here. So basically today we have a news unemployment claim. So whenever there is a news, I always wait for price to settle down or anything. Yeah, at least either I can try taking entry 1 minute before the news, but not during the news, because I even previously videos I also said that I try to avoid entering during the news just because of the spread, and you get a lot of slippages. Instead of your auto get trigger is if you are taking, let's say for example, if you are taking buy stop here and sell stop below that candle, most of the time what happen, your buy stop got your entry got triggered somewhere at the, and you are already going to be in drawdown. So that's why my suggestion is don't use any kind of buy stop sell stop during the news. You can do one thing, instead of just backtest this thing for the news thing, like most of the news are like a CPI, PPI, PMI, all the news move one direction. So you just have to find out and backtest this thing, how many times price move in your direction, and what candles are formed before that news, what kind of candles are formed, and what's the higher time frame is telling you when the news was coming on that day. Is a higher time frame, or I mean the daily candle, 4-hour candle, and 1-hour candle. So based upon that, you can decide, you can predict the direction of the news. But that topic is a different topic. We are not talking about that thing today. So let's see. News was let's say that 8 a.m. candle. So 8 a.m. candle again pushed to the upside. I wasn't interested. I'm looking at the lower time frame that we generated a trend line liquidity here. If I'm going into the 15-minute, you can clearly see this was a trend line liquidity generated here. So if I draw the line here, you can see that this is a trend line liquidity generated. So I was looking for a price able to come back downside, taken out this trend line liquidity, and then afterward I was looking for any kind of buys. Because I wasn't interested to take a buy at the top here, because my bias was bullish, but I wasn't ready to take entry at the top here. I was waiting for either price can retrace, come back into the downside, taken out this trend line liquidity, or any kind of manipulation in this area, then I could look for the entry. So afterward, if we go to the forward, and let's see what happened here. So before the news, if you look at what happened here, attempted a few candle form here, and then afterward, this candle closed like a doji one, and immediately news candle just pushed to the downside and tapping into this area. So we, after tapping into this area, we kind of taken out all the liquidity here, this trend line liquidity. But just based upon this thing, if I'm going into the 5-minute or 3-minute, so on 3-minute, you can clearly see this was a FU candle form here. So I took a long position on this area when this candle was about to close, and keeping my stop loss below that low. So if I'm extending on the left side, you will see that we took out this doji candle liquidity here. And after that, we start moving into the upside. Now, this was the first entry we could have got, but the second best entry could have been like a price coming back to the downside, retesting to that FU candle to again start moving into the upside. So if I'm going into the 1 minute, so if you look at here, what was happened here, this was a first attempted FU candle, price pushed to the upside. And this was our prime area where we are looking for the any kind of buy opportunity. So you will find HCS everywhere, but the important part is where the HCS is forming, because on chart you will find a lot of HCS on the everywhere, but the important thing is where the HCS is forming, or where the liquidity candle, or where is a FU or attempted FU candle are forming. Attempted FU or FU candle cannot singly decide the direction of the market, but HCS after HCS, or you can say if after retesting to that FU candle or attempted FU candle, another manipulation candle or FU or attempted FU candle close, that did take the direction. So after that, this was my entry, but re-entry could have been like this in this area. After retesting to this attempted FU candle, and this candle turned bullish here. Because of slippage, you may got trigger somewhere here. A lot of people in my group got trigger, instead of got trigger somewhere here at the top here. But still, that is still good. It's not like a big stop loss. 10 pips are not like a big stop loss. Now after that, I was looking for the targeting the where the news started. So news started here. So after that, when price pushed to the upside, I closed most of my position in this area. I was looking at this doji candle on the left side. So when price taken out that doji candle, I closed most of my position. And I saw that the on hourly, we closed like a FU candle from the downside. So I was expecting a price can push to the upside. Next hourly candle can push to the upside and taken out this imbalance candle. But on lower time frame, if I'm going into the 3 minute again, price pushed to the upside, but after that we did not like move that much. Price came back, just consolidated in this area. And if I'm going into the 1 minute, you can clearly see we form HCS here also. So in this area, after that, what happened here? So I move my stop loss below this HCS, because I know that if price able to break this HCS, we will continue pushing downside, because we left the imbalance candle here and here also. So price may come back into that area one more time before again start pushing to the upside. So after that, when price consolidated, we took price took out that HCS. So here is the thing, I closed most of my position and just a small runner was left, and I move my runner at break even in this area. After that, price again consolidated there, but eventually price came back into the downside. And my runner got stopped out. Here. So because of the spread, my runner got stopped out here by this candle. But afterward, again, price start moving to the upside. I think I moved my stop loss too early, but it's all right. It's still, I got more than enough in this trade. So this was my whole idea behind today's trade. I was looking at from a higher time frame. So because sometimes if you don't get any direction on the daily candle, you can just look into the lower time frame or higher time frame, weekly or 12-hour or 10-hour or 8-hour chart to see the clear direction, because at least one time frame gonna give us direction that where we are heading. So that's all for the today's video. So if you like this kind of video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friend. So see you on the next video. Have a nice day.